The following program is intended for mature audiences.
Welcome to the Cosmic Disaster Show. I'm Tommy D, and this week we're talking about 2019. We're taking a look back, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And speaking of ugly, there I am. So before we get started, let's go ahead and welcome our very, very special guests. We have some extremely special guests this week. Professional stand-up comedian and exonerated alien predator, Nick Yurick, ladies and gentlemen.
Evening, folks.
Also joining us on the couch, professional horror host and troublemaker, Rich Stimtack, who was not able to join us, and in his place, Dr. Schlotkins is here.
Don't worry, he's in good company. Bruce Campbell botched my name several times on stage. So.
Oh, well, there you go, Bruce Campbell. I mean,
Way to name drop, Shlock Meister.
Yeah, well, I only have one name to drop, so.
And of course, we can check you out online, schlockmeister.com.
Yes, SHLOCKMEISTER.com.
Outstanding. And also joining us on the couch for the first time, longtime friend of the show. Well, friend, yeah, or podcast-related acquaintance, yeah, I guess. Professional superhero and all-around swell guy. It's Mr. Jonathan Belle.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you
Nice
for being
to be
here.
on the couch finally.
There you go.
Discordia.
You're rocking out in Discordia with us. Speaking of Discordia, let's head over there and say hello from the Outer Rim territory of Boston. It's Daddy Louie.
Hello, children.
How the hell are you?
I'm great.
Outstanding. Normally, this is where I would say to my left, your right is Radio Bitch. However, Radio Bitch is no longer with us. She's, no, she's here. Wait, you weren't on camera.
I wasn't. Oh.
Jake Quellen wasn't ready for it. Go ahead, do it again. No, do it again. To my left, your right, it's Radio Bitch.
What's up?
Your cheeks are looking kind of rosy there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. All right. Also joining us this week is the smoothest of the Bobs, Smooth Bob.
Hello.
How are you? And to his right, yeah, you're right. It is the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Deacon, host of the Mr. Deacon Experience.
What's crack?
How you doing?
I'm doing
All right.
outstanding.
And of course, if people want to find you, they can find you all over the podcast
Everywhere.
verse, right?
Spotify, iHeart, Radio Line, Spreaker, Facebook. Holla at your boy. It
There
is
you
what
go.
it is.
Mr. Deacon Experience. What do you have coming up for us on the Mr. Deacon Experience?
You know, I had to take a break for the holidays, man. I'm going to let you know right now. We're working on some new stuff.
All right, good.
I'll let
We're
you
very
know.
excited
Stay
to hear
tuned.
about it. Very excited. And last but certainly not least, Army Ants Fear Her. It's general knowledge.
I didn't hear what you said.
I said Army Ants Fear You. I last week was better. Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah. I should have, since we botched last week, I should have just used that one. You know, the leader of the militant wing of the Salvation Army. It's general knowledge.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, that's better. I'll fix that in editing. Yeah, that'll be great. All right, so we've got a lot to talk about this week, folks. We're going to be doing our 2019 best of recap. But before we do that, we are going to go ahead and throw it over to Daddy Louie, who's going to be talking about our Geek of the Week. It's alphabetized. All the buttons are alphabetized. Geek of the Week. I feel like there's a way that I can turn that down. We'll just stop it then because I
And
don't
that's
know.
our show for this
It's
week.
so
Take-
elongated.
All
man.
right, it is. Well, normally I have it on a different. Yeah, we have new technology this week, folks. Normally I have it on the iPad over there, but now I'm using iPad for this, so we have some nice little beats. But we're using we're using Elgato's Stream Deck if they want to sponsor us. Please feel free, and it's great. But I need to include some kind of a volume button on there or something because that was just way too loud. Or I'll edit and post. It's whatever. We can do this anyway. Daddy
That's a
Louie.
good place to start.
Daddy Louie. Geek of the Week.
Yeah, so this week, our Geek of the Week is the Justice League of Western New York. and that's actually where I'm from originally. So
The Justice League? That's
cool.
awesome.
No, from Western New York.
Oh.
And they are an
Isn't the
all
Justice League from
volunteer, non-profit group of costumers, cosplayers, prop builders, etc. And they do appearances, costumed appearances for charity work and community service. And one thing that's really cool about them is their charity list is very, very long. So it's not just, like your typical, and I say typical, but, 501st, as an example, costuming group that does charity work typically tends to do more children's hospitals and things of that nature, whereas the Justice League of Western New York, while they do that, they also do food banks, Ronald McDonald House, child advocacy centers, some church charities, Silver Lining for pit bulls. So they do like a lot of stuff with like the SPCA and all kinds of different things. Roswell, the list goes on and on. So they're a good group of people, and it's called Justice League of Western New York, but they have costumers that do Ninja Turtles, Marvel, and a whole slew of different characters. It's not just DC superheroes. So huge shout out to them.
Is that it? Thanks.
That's it.
That's
I
it?
got
All
nothing
right.
else.
It just sounded like you were going to say more. But...
You can check them out on their website, Justice League of WNY.com.
Outstanding. Very good. Yeah, they are definitely our kind of people. And of course, we are no strangers to superheroes because we've got one in the studio with us today.
I thought you were gonna say.
Hitting on that Remy.
I thought you were gonna say we're no stranger to things.
We're no stranger. We're not a stranger to things at all. So that was nice. How's it going? Jonathan Belle joining us for the very first time. I am very excited. I think I think I can speak for everybody when we say we're very happy to have you here on the show. For those of you that haven't been following our misadventures since the very beginning, Jonathan was, I believe, you were our first guest.
Yeah, and you're my first podcast. Actually,
Look at
so
we both
together forever.
Look at us! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Feels like the first time. Feels like the very first time.
Oh, damn.
So, Mr. Deacon's like, yikes. So, but no, that's good
Pull
shit.
that out his ass.
That's good shit. No.
The only other choice there was like a virgin. I think you chose correctly though.
Yeah, that's good. That was good shit. So, you've been doing a lot of stuff over the last year and a half or so.
Yeah, last year and a half I was in Montana and working on a job contract that's over, and now I'm van lifing it to Philadelphia.
Nice.
And I'm here because I'm halfway to Philadelphia now.
That's what I'm talking about. And for those of you who are not aware of Jonathan Belle's existence, please crawl out from whatever rock you're living underneath and check him out. You are Jonathan Belle on all social media. Is that correct?
That is correct.
That's smart. That's how you do it. So just check him out at Jonathan Belle everywhere. We found you on Instagram, and I would argue that your Instagram is probably the hottest spot for you, because you are a photographer and you are a filmmaker, and so if people want to see what you're producing visually, I think that's probably the place they should go to really get introduced to Jonathan Belle and what you're doing and the message that you've been. You were our geek. I think you were one of our first Geeks of the Week. You were actually within the top 5 or 10.
And now look at this.
And now look at it. You're getting fucked up on my couch in my basement. I love it. Smashing Remy. All right. That's good. And we've got joining us, you were here last week, the good doctor.
I'm the Greek of the week.
You're the Greek of the week?
I'm not even Greek, but
No, that's all right. The Greek salad of the week.
Yes.
There you go. But last week we did have some technical difficulties.
Would you let me know before you do that
So-
I can have my camera ready?
Oh, shit. See?
Uh-oh.
What happened? We've got stuff going on in the background.
I didn't have any technical difficulties last week.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, you're...
I was I had other difficulties, but I can't mention them.
So now we need to get a camera showing what's going on, like behind us, and I can't because I can't see what's happening. Nothing. Radio bitch is back here causing trouble. I don't know what's going on. Oh. All right. The force. Oh my god. All right.
I think that would be considered rape.
Not if she's willing.
Yep.
So
I told her. Yeah, she told
But
me.
it's still
So,
forceful.
it's
You're still
okay.
using force.
But she likes it.
So Nick, how are you doing over there?
I'm hanging all right. It's been fun so far.
You been enjoying
Great
yourself?
segue.
Way to use me to completely change the subject.
You know what? That's my job as the host. I gotta keep
That's
people
what
on
I'm here
track.
for, to be a
There you go.
completely different subject.
There you go. And you are fucking, you're killing that White Claw over there. You a fan of that?
You know what? It's I find it a lot safer than a lot of the other things I could be drinking. So yeah, it's a good sipping beverage, I think.
All right.
It's a
And
good
you
one.
are a stand-up comedian. You're a professional stand-up comic. So do you
On
have
my
any
better days, yeah.
Okay. You've got any shows, anything coming up anytime within the next couple of weeks or the next month or so, where people can check you out?
So I've actually been working a lot more lately with a sketch comedy group called Sad Boys Social Club, based here in Cleveland. We do have a couple things coming up. We'll be on the Electric Pressure Cooker Show in Akron this Saturday, the 4th. Let's see, yeah, that's at the Center on West Market Street. January 17th, we'll be at the Voltron Show at May Halls in Lakewood. That's a bi-monthly show we do pretty regularly now with a bunch of other great sketch groups, and we also have a album coming out this spring called Sad to the Bone. It's our first sketch comedy album. So,
Nice.
yeah, Sad Boys Social Club that's kind of one of my main projects now, comedy-wise. Yeah, it's me and 4 other local comics, and yeah, I encourage you to check it out.
Nice. Well, and we've got a little project coming up shortly. Hopefully, our producer Jake Quellen will get you guys involved with that. And obviously, if you know, whenever you get closer to releasing stuff, let us know. Come on the show, and we can promote that for you.
Yeah, like it's currently having the process of final edits and mastering, but yeah, I'd say later this spring
Nice.
we'll let you know.
Nice. Definitely looking forward to that. Smooth Bob, wake up, son.
Shit. Sorry.
So, how was your
He's tripping over there.
How was your New Year?
Oh man.
Wait a minute. What's going? Like, hold on. Jonathan Belle is like, what's going on?
Nothing. We're just, laughing. We're just talking about releasing stuff.
There's also releasing stuff. Oh my god. All right. So,
I can't help it if I'm looking this way at these two people right here.
so Smooth Bob, you had an interesting New Year's. How did you ring in your New Year?
I didn't sleep for 24 hours, so that was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is that? You have an insomnia attack, or
No.
what exactly
A
happened?
little square attack.
A little square attack.
Two square attack.
Oh, two square attack.
Some dweebs beat you up or
Right?
something?
Squares.
beat you up?
Calm down.
Squares. It's another name for a cigarette too, right? A square. Were you jonesing for a square?
If you want to call it a square cigarette, I don't fucking know.
So how was it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah.
That's some weak sauce. Do full.
All right.
Yeah, I was hungover as shit at work.
So we won't get into the specifics because they may or may not be entirely legal, but it's a gray,
Extra
it's a legal.
legal.
It's a
Gray.
extra legal, yeah. It's extra illegal. That's what that is. But it's a moral and ethical and legal gray area, I think.
Yeah.
Some ambiguity there. Yeah.
It's interesting about language. Extra legal kind of means the same thing as less than legal. It's
Yeah. But then
it's
it's
like
like
flammable, inflammable.
if I do something extra bad, it's not going to be less than bad. I'm just doing some extra bad
Yeah.
shit at that point.
yeah.
So, and Mr. Deacon, of course, you've got a lot of stuff happening, a lot of stuff cracking.
Well, I said it earlier, didn't I?
Yeah, but we're making our way around.
I know.
Get a little in
No,
depth.
no. Actually, I ordered a fucking lightsaber, and I'm pissed off right now because I haven't received my item yet.
You
you
ordered
order
a
from?
lightsaber.
It's what they call it, Saber Force.
Oh,
Saber
that's gonna take you a
Forge.
lot
Yeah,
longer.
fuck them.
Should've
Oh,
bought it
yeah.
from Etsy.
Now that I know I won't fuck with them no more, I'm like, dude, it was just like, I'll just take that model and just bring it to me, and that it should be that simple. Keep that shit in stock. I don't know what the fuck it is. Everything I've been ordering lately ain't.
Do you know how hard it is to make a lightsaber? I mean, there's the kyber crystals.
Dude,
there's
9 fucking weeks.
Well, it takes
Finding the kyber
9
crystals
weeks?
alone.
yeah. I mean,
If you advertise
You
something
can,
on a
they
page
built a whole laser
saying, "Hey,
cannon
this
out
is
there
like
on
our
the
featured
planet.
product,"
Sure.
then feature some fucking products and put the shit in a box and mail it to.
no,
them.
I get
It's
you,
that
but
simple.
you know the planet Ilum was destroyed, so
I don't
getting
give a
those kyber
goddamn
crystals
if Tatooine blew the fuck up. You know what
not
I'm saying?
Tatooine.
That's not something they keep the
I bought a lightsaber at Walmart for $5.
Naboo,
There you
whatever.
go, done. $5 lightsaber at Walmart.
I want my fucking lightsaber, Saber Force, you fucking assholes.
General knowledge, what's been happening with you?
Not a whole lot. I'm really looking forward to this next coming week, though.
Yeah?
Yeah, going to Florida.
Going to Florida to do that thing that generals do in Florida. What are you doing in Florida? Just hanging out?
Yeah.
Just kicking it?
Visiting my parents. Yeah,
Becoming
they
a
moved
Florida,
down there a couple months ago.
Florida person.
Floridian.
A Floridian?
Yeah.
Can we broadcast from Florida next week?
Yes, we're going on the road.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then,
yeah.
Well, is this ending
Road trip.
Sunday? I'm
That's
going
it.
to Disney World, so.
Are you going to go see Galaxy's Edge?
No, going to Epcot. We're literally just going to Epcot, and we're doing the World Showcase. And I've taken notes, and I'm going to drink around the world.
No, I think it's updated now. I think it's good.
Yeah, there's, I think, 10, 11 parks.
Yeah,
or
but
10, 11
He
pavilions.
wanted to live vicariously through you and
Yes!
go to
You're
Galaxy's
going to
Edge.
fucking Florida. Hell yeah,
I'm going
Galaxy's
for my
Edge.
birthday.
All right, I want to go with you.
Yeah, we going in June too.
All right, well, I'm going with Radio Bitch. Let's go to Galaxy's Edge.
Let's do it.
All right, we're going to do it.
Actually, I do need another couple to roll with us if y'all want to go.
Are you like swingers? You guys like,
No.
are you DTF?
No.
No? Okay. All right, let's get on with the show. So we're going to be looking at 2019. This is our best of recap show, and special thanks, shout out to our friend, our silent partner, basically, Tim the Enchanter, our keeper of the scrolls. He helped to compile our list this week of the best and the worst. So we're going to go through this best of list, and I'm curious to see what the circle thinks about this list as well. Were these things your favorites of 2019, or do you, like, general knowledge is already shaking her head? She's like, not just no, but hell no. So we're going to start, of course, the number one film for 2019, of course, was The Avengers Endgame. The domestic total was $858,000 million gazillion dollars. $858 million and something like 2-point-something billion worldwide.
2.79.
2.79 billion. It made a shit ton of money. The highest rated TV show was, and I don't understand this, Game of Thrones season 8. That was
I don't
the
know if it's
highest.
How do you
rated?
not understand that?
Or most
A
viewed.
lot of time poorly spent there.
Yeah, it was.
Especially the first couple episodes. Couldn't see shit.
Yeah,
I haven't watched that show like that.
It's all about the anticipation.
it is, and that's what did it. That's what did it. It was the anticipation. I don't think it was bad. I think it wrapped everything up the way that needed to get wrapped up, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
that's what you guys like to use that excuse for too. You know,
Yeah.
Star Wars fucking.
Look,
Hey.
oh, we're gonna talk about that. We need to. So,
That's
Jonathan has
the
some.
whole thing.
He has taken some exception with the rise of Skywalker. So we'll dig into that. Video game, the number one video game of the year, Call of Duty: Modern Warfare.
That game is a shit.
It is not bad. It is not a bad game.
That game is.
It's alright. It's alright.
It's good. It was fun.
It's great.
It's not necessarily great, but
Do you like that or Black Ops 4?
I liked Red Dead Redemption 2.
That game was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was pretty
Electric
good.
Boogaloo.
It was pretty
Like,
good. I'm a Black
they
Ops
tried
guy
to do
though.
the online thing and it just totally lost it for me.
Initially, yeah,
No, I
but
think I got
they've
the
they've
Call of
ramped
Duty I
up.
got right now.
They've ramped up
Too.
online.
Electric Boogaloo.
Online right now for Red Dead
Oh, no,
is
that is
kind of hot.
It's better.
Yeah, but I'm a Black Ops guy. I think with any Black Ops.
I really wasn't gonna buy Modern Warfare, but all of my online friends were like, "We're gonna play that, so you could either get it or not." And I got it reluctantly, and now I've never touched Black Ops since.
Yep. I got hooked on.
Well, I guess it's wrong about what they say. I guess
What?
once you go black, you do go back.
Wait, is it Black Ops or Modern Warfare? Which one is we talking about?
No, they said that they were talking about. Well,
No, I
I
get what
was
you're
playing
saying,
Black Ops 4,
yeah,
but this
Black
like now
Ops.
I'm playing Modern Warfare. It's like, well, I guess what.
So for those of you that have listened, if you're fans of the show, general knowledge is always very punny.
Yeah.
Always very punny. And normally we have what we called affectionately the fuck you button. However, we are no longer allowed to use the fuck you button since we're on YouTube, and we risk demonetization if we use it because that belongs to someone else. until Mr. Deacon sings it for us, right?
Something like that.
Can you do that for
We'll
us? Now?
pre-record it.
You
How
can do it
about
now.
that?
Go ahead.
No.
You haven't had enough?
No. I'm not doing
Jonathan,
that.
pass that Remy around.
Well, see, if I feel it, somebody does something that deserves it, it might just come out.
She just did.
But no, I'm just saying after.
It needs to be a little more spontaneous.
Yeah,
Well, now it's
more,
been
I got to
built
be
up.
spontaneous. Yeah.
So I talked about it, and you got like anxiety,
I wasn't even
performance
thinking
anxiety. It's
something
fine.
like that.
It's fine. So anyway, I have
I
spent.
usually don't suffer from that.
I know it happens. The older you get, it just happens. What are you gonna do? So I spent the last 24 hours actually trying to find a replacement "fuck you" button for you, general knowledge, and I
I needed a lot.
I don't think I got one. I mean, there's buttons. I mean, Jay Quellen's been messing with the buttons. I don't know what on here could actually. I mean, this one probably sometimes. Finally got that fucking cricket button that we've been talking about for like the last 5 years. All right, so anyway, moving on. Video game, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Gaming console, the Nintendo Switch, which was not surprising to me. That was the #1 console of the year of 2019. Top grossing anime, Dragon Ball Super Broly. How do y'all feel about that? No?
They just recently replaced the guy who did Broly too.
Yeah? I wasn't happy about
I
that.
wouldn't. I was not.
Yeah,
I was
he
unimpressed.
got caught up in some less than reputable thingy.
But that was for the U.S.
Him too.
The top grossing anime worldwide was Weathering with You.
72.
I have not seen that. I don't know anything about it, but apparently
It's like a sad anime
182 million people loved it. So I don't know anything about it.
I don't know shit about it.
Comic books, Detective Comics number 1000. Detective Comics number 1000. That's crazy.
Wow.
That is crazy. 574,000 issues sold. So that will not be a rare one, probably. Books, we've got the overall top-selling book was The Testaments, and that was the sequel to The Handmaid's Tale. And I assume that was thanks to you, general knowledge. You didn't come up with that? You're the person who reads books around here.
No, I came up with my top pick for what the book for 2019 was.
So sci-fi, it was Tiamat's Wrath, and for fantasy, The Priory of the Orange Tree, which all sound just riveting. They sound just riveting.
The Expanse series
Tree.
is very good.
Orange Tree. Right. Yeah, thank you. So let's start in Discordia with Daddy Louie. What are your top picks for 2019? What was like really, really good shit for you?
So first and foremost, I gotta go with my tabletop games, since that's where I spend a good chunk of my time. And for me, a real winner in 2019 was the newest addition to my game collection, which is Marvel Crisis Protocol. It is it's a miniature tabletop game, skirmish size, so not too many models. And it was just put out a couple months ago, actually, but it's just that good, and it's that fun, and the models are really great, and so that's a top pick for me. Also comics. So comic-wise, I'm gonna have to say Venom really stole the whole year. They did a lot. They did a complete, I don't want to say reboot, but they kind of revisited the character, and they started getting more into the origins of the symbiotes, talking about the symbiote god, where the symbiotes come from, how they're all connected. And then towards the end of this last year, towards the end of 2019, Absolute Carnage, where the Carnage symbiote actually goes after Venom's symbiote host, so the host that created Venom, and tries to absorb all of the symbiotes into itself, essentially making Carnage, all of the symbiotes mixed together. And that was just a really cool event. But I would be remiss if I did not mention Shattered Grid, which was the end of Lord Dracon's rule in the Power Rangers saga.
This is the never-ending story.
So, I mean, I could go on and on forever.
Yes,
but,
you could. Yes, you could. I know. I kind of thought you were. So we're just doing a recap. We're not doing like reviews and shit. Just to, what did you like? What was the good shit?
Those are just really good.
Sure, I know. I can tell, and we will all be checking those out. I mean, just let us know what you liked, And
Okay.
And what?
Venom. And
No, you already
Power
did.
Rangers.
No, you just did.
Okay.
We don't need it again. We got it. We're good here. No, thanks.
I missed it. Could you go over that again?
Shit.
Hold on, let me go back
Wait,
one more time.
no, hold on. This is.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Oh my god. All right, so Daddy Louie, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right, does anybody else have
No
any?
offense, Daddy Louie.
I won't go into anything else.
over there.
All right, so moving along. Jonathan Bell. We're trying. Oh, he got fancy. He's not taking it to the head anymore.
Because I put ginger ale in it now.
Oh, okay. There you go. All right. So your favorites, least favorites of 2019. What shit did you love? What shit
Watchmen was pretty damn good.
The series.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was a pretty damn good show, and The Mandalorian I really liked. That one of the few. Those two shows were the ones that I really look forward to seeing, and Modern Warfare. I think also video game wise.
All right. Good shit. Doctor.
My favorite thing was The Boys, which I didn't know was a graphic novel or anything, but I love The Boys. It was very unique, fresh take on superheroes. I also the trends. I liked all the big movies that had the big wrap ups. Like we had the Endgame, we had Star Wars. We also had nobody's gonna like me for this, but I liked the Terminator. Because it wrapped,
Did you really?
It had a lot of
okay.
It had a lot of throwbacks and it had a lot of nostalgic nods to the rest of the series. I
haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I don't care what people say. If you're going to see a Terminator movie, you should have liked it. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it was. It was a Terminator movie.
All right.
There's another quick trend I wanted to point out. It was collectibles, and it was a really amazing thing. I was in Death Valley for some reason, and my friend stopped at a 7-Eleven, and we bought these 12-pack of Budweiser cans with aliens on it. I guess there was that big trend with Alien Area 51. They were going to invade on it, so they made a limited amount of cans with aliens on the and. These cans are worth like $100, I think, on eBay.
Really?
So, yeah, my friend bought a 12-pack. He didn't even drink the beer. He poured the beer down and shipped it back to himself.
That's alcohol abuse.
That is alcohol abuse.
It is, but the cans are what's the most important.
So what and you bring up something good. I kind of overlooked it. What was everyone's like favorite bullshit like trend or meme of 2019? Like for me, I have to say it would probably the invasion of Area 51. That was very funny to me. So does anybody else have that, like I said, that bullshit meme or that crazy stupid trend that just kind of came and went, throughout the year?
There's one that honestly I was kind of initially against because it's like, oh, this is trivializing, sexual assault and all the horrible things this guy did and blah blah blah, but the Epstein didn't kill himself memes kind of grew on me just because of the fact that I realized, because, I'm friends on Facebook with people from all over the political map, and I noticed, I'm seeing people, left, right, and center all posting these Epstein didn't kill himself memes. And so it kind of gave me this weird sort of hope because we all agree that this guy was murdered by, the ruling class to cover their crimes. So it kind of made me feel like, if we can all realize that, the wealthiest 1% are evil fucks that will kill people to cover the horrible things they do, maybe this country has a chance. So
the Epstein meme.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I just had to tell you why.
That's fine. Anyone else? Who else had a funny trend or what's going on over there in the chair section? The I don't know. Is that the peanut guy? Nothing. Y'all had nothing. What's that?
I was gonna say that too. That's fucking annoying. What is that anyway? What is that about?
Where did that come from? Does anybody know where that came from? The lady yelling at the cat.
It actually came from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and
what is it?
It came from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and dude, it was like two separate pictures too, that people started putting together. But I know the lady yelling, it was from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The sad thing is, there's. I don't know why I'm laughing. There's a depressing story behind it, but she's yelling at someone.
You disgust me. Go on.
Thank you. But she's yelling at somebody who is accusing her of I don't know, something to do with her husband's suicide. That's the important part.
Okay.
Yeah, and And yeah, like, I actually saw an interview with this lady that she's like, it's okay, I've moved past it, I'm glad people are having their fun with my picture, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheek way of saying, yes, I'm glad the internet's enjoying my tragedy.
Yeah, but she got her 15 seconds.
Yeah, she's gonna be fine. She'll be fine.
So was she Epstein's wife, and was she yelling he did kill himself?
Oh no, yeah, that's right. I forgot. I'm just in the I'm just the suicide expert here. Yeah, no, it's 2 separate suicides, but yeah, it's interesting. I've already.
That was not.
All right, I don't know where that was. I think that was Louie's dog.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
All right. So we're going to continue on with our 2019 wrap-up. Unfortunately, we have run out of time because we've only got 30 minutes. And Louie, thank you for taking up 15. I appreciate that.
No doubt.
No problem.
Always a
Anytime,
pleasure.
that's what I'm
Always a
here
pleasure. So next week, we're going to be talking about empowerment, depression, anxiety, and all of the other fun stuff that we as nerds deal with. But we're also going to talk about how we can deal with these things and how we can get better and a little bit healthier. None of us are like doctors or authorized to speak on these things. You are, yes, Dr. Shlock Meister is here. Yeah.
I'm just a regular old scientist.
So in addition to that, of course, we'll have our
sounds like a
normal
fun
usual
episode.
shenanigans and whatnot. So I want to thank everyone. Doctor, thank you very much. Nick, Jonathan, Belle, our cast and crew, and of course, you, our loyal listeners and viewers. We thank you for showing up again. So we're about to move into the inner circle. So for our patroni, stick around. We've got lots going on in there. If you're not a member of our inner circle and would like to join and enjoy our shenanigans, head over to patreon.com/circle of nerds and you can sign up. So that's it for us. Patroni, stick around. We are going to go into the inner circle and we're going to talk about our predictions for 2020 and kind of like just get raw. Yeah? Is everybody ready?
What happened to
Yeah.
the...
Y'all sound excited.
What happened to the do something nice to somebody and shit?
Arby's muffin about the...
An Arby's muffin. Oh, the Arby's mitten.
Yes.
So that's it. We're gone. We're out of here. And as always, if no one does anything nice for you, make sure you do something nice
To yourself.
to yourself.
Yeah.
So is this show going to be great? And it says, if you're feeling lucky. There you go. All right, folks.
Do ya?
All right, have a great week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. Patroni, stick around. Lots more to come. Bye.